Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. What does that mean? It means that we work with the energy of the cycles of change, and we are certainly going through a cycle of change here. This reading is for March 19th through April 18th, sun sign season of Aries. Aries is about initiating, it's about starting, it's about building new things. And so when I was getting into Aries energy, as I like to do, I like to connect and get into the energy of each sign. I got a vision, and when I got that vision, it was really interesting. And then I heard this is for the collective. I was like, okay. And so then I was directed to select, there's 3 decks they asked me to pull out and pull cards for each sign for. But I've noticed as I've gone through the day doing these readings, when I go to get into your energy, I get a special part of that vision that is related particularly for each sign. And so I got yours. Before I go any further, I do want to thank you for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. It does help me to grow my channel and get the message out there, which is really important. But when you do that, you connect your energy with mine. And particularly if you leave me a comment or an emoji or something like that where your name shows up, then I sit down and I write out everybody's name before when I'm meditating, and I try to connect in and draw into that energy, which should allow you to get messages that are much more resonant for you. So I'm going to ask you to leave me a message. Tell me something, anything, or leave me a smiley face. We could all use one right now, right? So the vision that I saw was, there were these sticks, and they were like leaning against each other like a doorway, and you were looking out the doorway, and all of a sudden a wind came along and knocked them all down. You're standing there and you're looking around at the sticks around you. You step out into the wind and you're standing there kind of just assessing the situation, looking around, trying to decide what to do. Then there's all this foothills, and then there's a mountain in the distance, and down on the side here there's this river, water, anyways, it looked like a river. But you go down and you go down there, and with a bucket you start digging the clay out, putting it in the bucket, you bring it up, and you start using the sticks, which have been sorted through, to determine which ones were still viable, which ones were needed and necessary, and mixing them with the clay to start building a new foundation that's sturdier, that can withstand the wind going. So what was interesting is that when I got into yours, I saw you sitting there sorting the sticks out. I thought, well, of course, that would be what Virgo did, organizing the situation, but you were organizing them by size and, purpose. And I thought, well, when I'm stressed, I like to pull into myself and focus on something and organize. And I think a lot of the world is recognizing that. You are, your tarot sign for Virgo is the Hermit. And right now the whole world is being asked to do that Hermit thing, to retreat into themselves and to focus. And so you see a lot of people are organizing their closets. They have time to retreat into their lives and to create order out of chaos. But when I pulled cards for you, you got the retreat card. But what's really interesting is, I hope you can see this. This is kind of what I saw. See how there's little hills and there's water down to the side, and off in the distance there's a mountain? I was like, holy cow, I didn't even know this card was in the deck. But that's pretty much what I was seeing. And so retreating into yourself, finding your personal boundaries, making choices, and feeling empowered. I think there's a sense of, for Virgo, when they have things organized, there's a sense of empowerment that comes from it. There's a need to make choices. Like, this is viable, but this isn't. This works, this doesn't. And then you have the throat chakra, and that has been showing up a lot. But I think the reason it's been showing up so much is we're all finding our voice to speak our own personal truth. But also, Archangel Gabriel rules the throat chakra. And it is through Archangel Gabriel that we learn to connect. He assists with the connection of the mind, body, spirit in us, right? So part of that would be there's 7 chakras. It is the 4th. No, it's not. It's the 5th chakra. But there's the energy that flows down, and then there's the energy that flows up, and it meets in the heart, but it expands out to the world through the vibration of sound. And so that's how you connect that mind, body, spirit. And so those cards, you were asked to get in flow. You are asked to get in flow with the situation as it is happening. And so stepping into your superpower of knowing how to retreat and pull in your energy, how to look around and see what you have, to organize it, to make decisions becomes really important. You are being asked to open your heart space. You have the compassion, the heart space of the compassion that came in. It says release, accept, gently rise above. Your truest path forward is a path of compassion. And so I'm going to ask you to have compassion for your neighbors and for your friends, but more importantly, have compassion with yourself. So often when things fall apart, we think, I should have seen that coming. I should have known that was coming. I should have. And instead understand that you did not have the knowledge and the information that you needed. And the way we are right now is something really, really nobody saw coming. I mean, I saw when I was doing some readings, I saw tower cards and stuff, and we all knew change was going to happen, and we all knew that. We just didn't know how. We didn't know that it was going to be not just our world changing, but the whole world is undergoing a change and a shift, which makes sense because we are ending the Piscean age, and on December 21st of this year, we are stepping out of the Piscean age, crossing the threshold into the age of Aquarius. And so of course things have to change, and of course things have to be done differently, and so that's part of what's happening right now. But I want you to understand that you also got the abundance card, and part of the abundance card is knowing and recognizing, sorting through what you have and seeing what is of value and counting your blessings. And so I want to read the affirmation for this one for you. I am now willing and able to receive the golden flow of universal abundance. I allow my soul to be aligned to my divine birthright, accepting and integrating this energy with love and gratitude. And then I was reminded when I saw, like, all of your cards, I don't really know which ones, but when I read this, it really resonated because this one says acceptance. They're talking about being accepting and grateful for what is going on. A few months ago, Kyra was sharing with us a new affirmation that says, yes, I accept. No, yes, thank you. I accept, I receive. And so the yes is, yes, I will take that leap of faith. Yes, I will do this thing. I don't know what that is, right? But this thing that's being offered, that's being shown, right? This inspiration that's coming from being in this retreat situation where we're learning things. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the changes. Thank you for the assistance. Thank you for being there. I accept. When I accept the good with the bad. I accept what is obviously positive with what seems to be negative, because the negative might actually be positive, but I just can't tell in this light. And so I accept the situation for what it is. I accept with compassion and caring for myself and for others. I accept, and then I receive. I receive the abundance of the universe flowing into my life. Remember to get into the flow. And so this is the big grand message. There's a couple of other cards, and I actually wanted to read out of the book for you on these because they're so interesting. You have the Adian Cross, which represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the 4 cardinal directions, the upper and the lower worlds, the steps to each of these realms. The hole in the center is the gateway to the interdimensional travel, the proverbial eye of the needle we can all go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom, and to break free of linear time. The Adian Cross announces the start to a great journey. It is time to raise your gaze from the mundane day-to-day to that which now has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you, and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. Yes. Thank you. I accept. I receive. So sitting there sorting through the sticks, trying to make them, creating order out of chaos, you're being asked to say, I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to get in the flow. I'm going to move forward. And you had the gatherer, and I laughed because I thought, of course you do. I saw you picking up all the sticks. Before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, berries, and wild greens where ordinary people only see barren soil. The gatherer is the provider, the forager, the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter when the game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. Look at the resources you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and colored your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with the low-hanging fruit that is all around you. So yes, go ahead and sort and organize and see and count your blessings. So yes, thank you. Thank you for the abundance, right? I accept, I receive, and then you have the journey. The invitation to step outside of the boundaries of your life as you know it. The journey is not a holiday. It is a call to be hermit-like and to go on to a pilgrimage into the unknown. There are no maps to territory. You will be exploring no marked paths or road signs. This is a time to embark on the great journey. Do not linger at the port when distant shores are calling. Fiercely draw your own navigational chart as you discover the route. When the time is right, as it is now, you will be led true even when you are not sure where you are going. It is the departure that is most important. If you miss the boat, a great opportunity will be lost and another ship may not arrive for a very long time. Yes, say yes. Say thank you. You may not feel like it should be a thank you time. It is. I accept the good and the bad. I'm going to get in the flow and I will receive the abundance of the universe. I will receive the gifts that were promised when I incarnated into this lifetime. Virgo. Holy cow. You guys. It's been kind of a roller coaster going on with you. I just want to say the journey is going to be worth it. But first, you have to say yes. All right, let's get into the 9-card spread for the month. See what you get. If you haven't been here before, we're going to cover the past, the present, the future, thoughts, feelings, and actions. Each card placement has a additional meaning because I've assigned the Lenormand houses to help me to make sense of it all. And then I have additional cards here that we will pull for clarification and guidance and advice from Spirit. These cards are a little stuck. I really want to encourage you to say yes, to be willing to take the risk, to get in the flow with Spirit, to see the opportunity that is ahead of you, and be optimistic. You have optimism. Be optimistic about this. Yes, I accept. Yes, thank you. I accept. I receive. Okay? All right. In the key to the situation, you need to be courageous. You do. It's really hard when you want everything to be organized and you know where everything is and you have a game plan and you step by step planting the seeds and cultivating and growing and nourishing and the step by step by step. And this is asking you to kind of not know exactly where it is you're going. Remember, they said you were going to step into the unknown. And the key is in your heart. In your heart. To have the courage. And here we go. You have travel up here in the area of where you were waiting for information and guidance to come in. You knew change was happening, where to go next. This is the journey. Your bags are packed. It's at the door. Pick them up and let's go, right? How do you transform your situation? It is by seeking the inner joy within. It is by having fun. It is about having fun along the way. It's not necessarily about the destination because, frankly, it doesn't look like any of us really know where the destination is right now. We will come out of this on the other side of this. I believe it'll be after we get into 2021 that we really feel like we're through the doorway. So have fun where you can find it along the way. Enjoy the journey. Look forward to the ability to make things happen for yourself. In the future, your thoughts are playing it safe. I'm going to encourage you to be risky. It's not very Virgo easy. It's not easy. But trusting in your higher self and your connection with spirit is very Virgo. And so being optimistic and being willing to take the risk. If you look, there are fireworks going on and she doesn't see them because she's looking back to the past instead of looking to the future. Look to the future. In the recent past, we have the loving man in the area of anxiety and concern in the heart space. So, the loving man could represent you if you were a man. It could represent a man in your life. It could represent your anxiety about who you love or are you loved. And I want to encourage you to love yourself. But look, in the future, in the heart space, you have peace. So this flow, this change, this traveling, this moving forward, where you just get in flow. You've asked, the flow card says you've been asking for help and guidance. Now be willing to accept and receive it. Accepting means the good with the bad. The receiving is the flow of abundance. Be willing to accept that. Yeah, there's a relationship that's been a little complicated because here in the arena of the past where the obstacles have been, it's been about finding that new supportive connection. And so maybe you've been seeking a connection, a new relationship, or seeking to find it in the current relationship, but you know, allowing yourself to connect through intimacy, by opening your heart, by having some fun, by having the courage to try something new. We have family, friends, and guides. Connecting with your higher self at this time when everybody feels they're talking about social distancing. I think that is the wrong term. I heard physical distancing the other day and I thought I like that much better. We do need to be connected to our family, our friends, and our guides, but at this time, we also definitely need to be carving that special space for ourselves where we're connecting with our higher self. I think the whole world is on pause to give everybody an opportunity to catch their breath, to catch up, to get ready for the change that is coming, to discard by, some people are cleaning their garages, their closets, whatever, organizing for the journey ahead. The next phase that the world is going in is a chance to catch our breath. Using your intuition, you can manifest. When you are willing to get in flow of spirit, when you look forward with optimism, when you allow the peace to come in and that connection and allowing the flow to come, then you'll begin to manifest. Listen to your guides. They are trying to talk to you. Okay, so you have death and altruism. Okay. Well, death we can all figure out. That's about the ending of a situation to begin a new one. And it came out with protection. So you are being protected through this process. This is Prometheus. I am going to have to look this up. I think he was tricked, if I'm correct. The story of the Titan of Prometheus is complex and tragic. Zeus asked Prometheus to create humans. He formed humans with sacred clay made of water and earth. Unlike the animals, he fashioned us in God's image. These new beings became beloved to Prometheus, even though we had no fur for warmth or teeth for great protection. We led short lives and possessed few skills to help us survive. So feeling pity for his magnificent creatures, Prometheus decided to help. Although he knew doing so would bring Zeus's wrath down upon him, he tricked Zeus into choosing a lesser type of a sacrifice. Oh. from humans. In retaliation, Zeus took the vital gift of fire from mankind. Prometheus knew that fire was necessary to human survival and that it would allow us to grow and thrive. Art and skills like metalworking would only blossom with fire. So Prometheus crept up into Zeus's own hearth, lighting a small flame with the stalk of a giant fennel, took the fire and escaped. In retribution, Zeus instructed the god of fire and metal working to fashion woman to distract man and to rivet Prometheus to a mountain. There, a great eagle would pick at Prometheus's liver until sunset every day, when the organ would magically regrow as he could relive the same agony each day for eternity. Eventually, Hercules slew the eagle and freed Prometheus. So, no good deed goes unpunished. All right, here's what I see, because that came out with death. And then protection is here. And so when I look at this whole story based on that, what I'm seeing here is you did something, you sacrificed something for the good of others, and there is an ending to this situation. And I feel like Hercules is coming in to save you. So while you were trying to protect others, you are being protected, and you are being given an opportunity to find the fun again, to transform your life, to get out there and manifest what you want. It is time to leave being riveted to the mountain that's traveling and allow yourself to go forward. That's really pretty cool. Well, I just learned something new today. How about you? Unless you're listening in Greece, you might have for sure already knew that one. Okay. In the heart space, you have grandmother magics. I comfort you. So, Mother Mary energy, Kuan Yin energy, that nurturing, loving energy, allowing yourself to feel it, to heal it, to find the peace. I comfort you. You will find the peace. You are being protected through this process. You just need to have the courage to take those steps, to allow the healing to happen, to allow the peace to come into your heart. Be optimistic. Just be optimistic. Your thoughts will manifest. So manifesting things that are optimistic is so much better than the alternative. So focus on that. Focus on what you want to create, what you'd like your life to look like. What are you trying to create, like Prometheus? And so see the divine in everyone. This is not the first time this has shown up today. This is about seeing that divine spark of life in yourself, because when they say everyone, that includes you, and in everyone around you. We teach each other lessons. We learn from each other. Oh, here, Mirror showed up. I comfort you. It says, Mother Mary and the unicorns are blessing you, and you have prosperity. Prosperity is flowing toward you. Be open to receiving it. Yes, thank you. I accept, I receive. Yes, thank you. I accept, I receive. Yes, thank you. I accept, I receive. All right, I'm going to be back a lot because I'm not currently working like Vinny. And so I will be here on Tuesday. We'll talk about that new moon in Aries and working with the cycles and the energy of it to help you to get into the flow. I feel like this is an opportunity for all of us to develop our spirituality by exploring different avenues of different things. And so I do know that I'm going to be speaking about spirit animal guides and numerology and the cycles of the moon. And I don't know what else Spirit is going to throw at me, but so far today, that's what I got. So, hey, we're going to do it. So hit the notification bell and select all, and just be looking for me. Hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment so I can connect to your energy. I'd really appreciate it. Let's do this. We can do this together, right? Separately, but together. All right, you take care, and I really am excited for you. Get in the flow. We'll talk soon.